may epekto ba ito dun sa ginagawa ngayon na third na third civilian caravan sa West Philippines?
Wala, kasi ang APPCU naman, it's not really government or political, no? This is more of a people-to-people cultural exchange program which we have been doing for the past more than 50 years. So wala kaming pakialam po dyan sa nangyayari na issue tungkol po dyan sa hidwaan ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea or even trade relations for that matter. Pagdating po sa mga usapin po patungkol po sa official relations ng Philippines and China, we leave that or those to the Department of Foreign Affairs at mga government agencies po natin. So they have the expertise. We have very qualified and knowledgeable people sa Department of Foreign Affairs, especially now with the appointment of Secretary Tess Lazaro, who is very active in the bicameral dialogue that have been going on between Philippines and China, because she is the head of the Philippine contingent as far as what I know of. Pagdating po doon sa availment of the BCM, yung bilateral consultative mechanism, which is found in the joint communique between the Philippines and China, to discuss whatever dispute that may arise between China and the Philippines. So, si Secretary Tess Lazaro has always been the head of the Philippine panel. So, alam niyang gagawin niya yan. So, ako, personally, I'm very happy na ang na-appoint po dyan sa DFA is Secretary Tess Lazaro. So, wala po kaming pakialam ang APCO doon sa kung ano man po mga action na ginagawa ng mga other organizations, other agencies of government. Na basta ang sa amin po sa APCO, we are just focused in helping bridge the divide between Filipino people and Chinese people. Yes, yes.
I think the mic is not working. You can come here now. Hi, sir. Good morning. Sir Karen po sa Reuters. Sir, could you walk us through how the awardees chosen? Are they nominated? And then who makes the decision? Who goes? Who gets the award? And then is there a committee, sir, that's involved? And the main criteria for judging, if that's how you call it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, we formed a committee in APCO to accept these nominations, and there are a lot of nominees. Every year we receive a lot of nominees for each category. Sometimes nominees are even nominated to two categories, outstanding contributions, major contributions. And then this committee in APCO will make the recommendations based on all the documents, all the investigations that are being conducted. It's somehow a tedious process, no? And then once the committee of APCO has submitted their short list, then it will pass through the trustees of the committee. Now, insofar, however, as the Hall of Fame awardee, we also have to consult the Chinese embassy. Kasi we have to find out and validate whether or not these people, or more particularly the Hall of Fame awardee, what have they done thus far that China would agree na nagkaroon ng magandang contribution. So finally, the judging of this would be ako, ang chair, President Noy, and then we consult the Chinese embassy. Kasi ayaw din namin mapahiya na bibigyan namin ng award sa Hall of Fame somebody na baka sabihin ng Chinese embassy, parang naging Hall of Fame yan samantalang ang kanyang naging position was so anti-China. Ayaw din namin yun kasi we have also, as I said, a counterpart organization in China that we work very closely, just as like our counterpart organizations in the ASEAN countries. So primarily, itong committee namin sa APCO, sino bang head natin ngayon ng subcommittee? Sinoy ang chair ng subcommittee ng APCO hanggang maiakyat po sa level ko yung mga nominees. Shortlist po nila yan, and then from there, final judging yung sino ang magiging awardee ng major contributions, outstanding contributions, and sinabi ko na yung Hall of Fame, we consult the Chinese Embassy kung sino magiging Hall of Fame. Yes. Well, they can make they can make some observations, objections, and then APCO will consider itong mga observations. Just as like the other nominees, merong mga iba dyan na very active sila sa ngayon, the past 2 years. Pero sabi ko, what have they done prior to 2 years ago to promote Philippines-China understanding? So, may mga very active na ngayon, pero wala akong nakitang ginawa nila for the past 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So, yun, yung mga things like that are being considered. They must be Filipino citizens, number one. Wala, hindi pwedeng maging awardee ka kung hindi ka Filipino citizen. Number one, you must be a Filipino citizen. That you are a resident of the Philippines as well. That you are, it's not important whether you have traveled to China or you have been to China, no. Then what would be the kind of contribution that you have undertaken? Is it going to be just academic, or nagkaroon ka ba ng mga other programs, like if you are a leader of a conglomerate or a corporation, what has your corporation done in so far as promoting Philippines-China understanding? So we evaluate all this based on the information that we get. Once we receive some nominees, for example, there was this recently a company that was nominated to become a Hall of Famer awardee. But it is a company, it is not a person. So it's the first time that, I'm not going to mention the name of the company, but it's a very, very well-known company that in our investigation, malaki rin ang kanyang naitulong sa mga Pilipino. And this company, it's owned by a Filipino-Chinese. Ang dami niyang naibigay na contribution. For so many years, maybe 30 years or more, talagang andyan yung company na yan. But since the nominee is not a natural person, but it is a juridical person, our rules right now is very specific that the awardee should be a natural person. So, hindi siya nag-qualify doon sa ating criteria, one of the criteria na ating pinapatupad.
Sir, just as for me, for the awardees, are they expected, once they're given the awards, meron po ba parang official function that you're supposed to undertake after they've been given the awards?
Well, wala. They have no obligation whatsoever. We do not even require them to continue what they have been doing. So this is a recognition of their previous contribution in promoting Philippine understanding. And as a token, we have also little monetary award na kasama po dito. Kami sa APCO ang magbibigay ng monetary. Wala silang gagastusin kahit na isang sentimo or what. We are going to shoulder everything. And on top of that, we are going to give them a token cash reward. At noong previous years, yung Hall of Fame awardee, hindi namin binibigyan. Like former First Lady Imelda Marcos, bakit ba nabibigyan? Tapos ganun din si former President Estrada and former President Duterte. But last year, we started giving also some token cash reward sa aming Hall of Famer. So we're going to continue to give that little monetary award on top of the recognition with the trophies and certificates. We are going to give monetary award to our awardees.